All right, so I'd like to start this episode of the podcast by telling Lucas to do a bunch of edits. Let me just get my let me just get my list out. Okay. So first, I'm gonna need a clown on a unicycle playing everywhere at the end of time on a trumpet, and then I'm gonna need Lucas to sneeze, like a real sneeze. Just insert it into the audio right now. Let me see. Ooh, this is a good one. I need some baked bread.
What?
Not toast.
Cause
baked
fuck toast.
bread. Fuck toast.
What's wrong with
Toast sucks.
Toast.
Fuck
The episode cannot continue until all of these conditions are met.
And then the Jokers are all dead in the universe. God help us all.
Welcome to the good old GCN Push Our Buttons podcast.
Don't push my buttons.
We have Bottles back this week. He's back.
He's here.
He's alive.
I'm here.
Ooh.
We also have
Phil.
Wait, why wasn't I allowed to say
Yo, what the
my
fuck?
name?
I have to say your
That's
name.
kinda what I
have
was
to say your
expecting.
name.
Because Ant's here.
Well, it's your channel. You're here all the time.
That's
I-
fair.
That is fair.
Everyone's here.
Hi, I'm Steve.
I am Brandon.
You want to say your name again, Bottles?
Hi, I'm tired.
That's a classic Bottles.
Pine time.
Hey.
I'm dead.
Hey guys, it's me, Pete.
I'm
Today-
a sleepy boy.
Today's podcast is about home video. No,
Award shows.
They're all stupid.
Which-
The end.
Correct.
I
All
think
right,
they're
end of
stupid.
podcast. See you later.
Bye, guys.
I can go over this. So this episode is basically just going to be a review of gaming of 2023. There have been a lot of games that came out.
Yeah.
A lot of good games, a lot of shitty games.
This was a
lot
fucking
of
great year for games, though.
interesting games. And it's been an interesting year in games, so I thought it would be a good idea to go over some things, especially when it came to the Game Awards. Everyone
we
knows
should
that
also
happened.
we should also each give our own personal game of the year.
My game of the
exactly,
year is Kirby. Right back at you.
The show?
FF16.
Bullshit.
FF16.
No, don't you start. But yeah, everyone's gonna go through their game of the years. Some games that they thought were that were better than they expected, and maybe a game that they thought was very stinky.
Yeah.
A lame
I'm
of
just
the
gonna-
year, if you will.
I'm just gonna give a quick
Can we
warning.
ban that?
I'm gonna give a quick warning audio-wise. I am currently doing drawing stuff, so if you hear random tapping, if that doesn't get if that isn't able to be edited out or something, that's probably my pen hitting my tablet. And then on the flip side of that, no, time is money. And then on the flip side of that, if you happen to hear my audio of me speaking a little worse, it's because I don't have the space for a pop filter right now.
We'll find
So
one.
No one listening to the podcast cares about this.
I'm just giving you the heads up.
We'll find
in
one,
case
dummy.
the audio is weird.
Anyway, let's start with the Game Awards since that's the
I
easiest
didn't
thing to
watch
start
it.
off with.
Cool.
I know what won. I know what won.
Much.
Yeah, that's good. Well, no, Wesley Snipes
I
was
mean,
there.
I mean, we all know what won.
We had what's the name of the guy who plays Wonka?
Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Charlemagne.
Yeah.
That looks like the Bill Clinton guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say every time I fucking see a clip of him announcing the
it's
fucking game of the year or whatever he was announcing, I just keep thinking it's the Bill Clinton kid.
It's really funny. He's come so far.
The evolutionary cycle.
Did he?
That would have been like the most. That would have been one of the most Chad moves the Game Awards could have ever done, was to bring that kid back to announce an
Jeff
award.
Keighley killed him.
And Jeff Keighley could bring him back to life like the second coming of Christ.
Nah, literally, he did go to the award ceremony, but they found him and they kicked him out.
He really tried.
They literally, the kid posted that like, yeah, I'm back at the place and I'm watching it, and then he literally sent another photo out saying that the place that the theater that he went to, that he's banned from that theater for life.
That's very funny.
So real quick, let's go over some announcements that I thought were pretty cool. Sega stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Sega stuff was
yeah,
the best
Sega
announcements
stuff's
of the
awesome.
entire fucking
Oh my God,
Game
yes.
Awards. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, the Sega stuff.
Jet
was
Set
pretty
Radio,
cool.
Shinobi.
Yeah.
5 games in
Golden
one and
Axe.
more.
Fucking Golden Axe got me hyped, dude. That's cool.
Crazy fucking Taxi.
And then
hopefully not
And
arcade.
more. They did say and more.
Billy Hatcher.
They've been going nuts with
Billy
patents
Hatcher.
since then, and there has been a Knights repatent recently.
Oh, thank God. That's really the main one I want. I've wanted Knights 3 for years.
Oh, dude.
Since Journey of Dreams, honestly.
Journey of Dreams is the only game on GCN that actually like made me cry. Like, legitimately.
It's so fucking good, dude.
That's gonna change when we get to the end of 3 and Cage 3 and or FF16.
Honestly, probably.
I'm gonna be so fucking mad about Remind that I'm just not gonna feel anything.
Sounds about right.
You'll definitely feel something in Final Fantasy 16. Like that's just a
Yes,
given.
FF16 is going to fucking bring it out of you.
If we ever get back to it.
Oh shit.
Bottles, don't say that because I will force my hand.
So I think we're all ignoring the most important part of the Game Awards. So JD Gaming won Best Esports Team.
I don't know who that is.
Exactly.
And I like esports.
Literally exactly.
JDG?
I'm glad that good old Iron Mouse would, but that's just me.
Hell yeah.
I'm just fucking VTuber trash.
I think Iron Mouse deserves it, especially with the fact that she's a girl that literally has
Iron Mouse was
immune
also the
system
only
problems,
content
and
creator
it's
on
just
that
like-
list that I fucking
Yeah,
recognized.
Yeah. She actually said
It was
that-
Iron Mouse and a bunch of fucking nobodies.
Yeah. Well, apparently Quackity's popular.
I have to genuinely ask.
Okay.
Like, I know Quackity is like popular because I've kind of heard of him.
No, I haven't.
But like,
Who are the other two? No
how
idea.
how do they determine content creator of the year?
It's very fair.
Almost consistently, it is just a collection of streamers that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe part of it is that I'm just more
Yeah.
on YouTube than Twitch. But
even still, it's weird.
Like, like back in the olden days of YouTube in the early 2010s,
Back in my
like content creator of the year was always like, oh, you got your Markipliers and your, I don't know, fucking Game Theory or
No, not him.
what have you. Like people that like were household names. The fuck is a spreen?
What's a Quackity?
Isn't that the thing in your butt? No, it's spleen. Never mind.
That's a spoon.
No, that's my Sweetly Spooch.
Oh, I get it.
What?
I get that joke.
I don't.
I get that. Steve, you don't get that? All right.
Squiggly
I'm gonna continue. I can't with Steve right now. Although
Steve,
I
you should know what
that
your Squeedly
people
Spooch
who love
is.
14 are upset by voice actor or whoever of the year. Asterian's
16, by the
guy.
way.
Oh, you mean 16?
Asterian's
Yeah.
guy does deserve it.
16,
I
not
No,
14.
that's fair. I've heard his voice
Six,
acting.
I'm like,
He's
14?
really good.
He's very
He's
good.
really good.
Very good.
But he didn't play Clive.
yeah,
That's true. He did not play
Yeah,
Clive.
He's
it
also
was,
not
honestly, they had
constantly
some
on
good ones.
Twitter doing some of the funniest bits I've ever seen.
all right.
It's true.
Maybe this guy has more time on his hands.
Reading thirst traps from freaking not Twitch,
Yeah,
Twitter
all right.
commenters.
That has not.
as
Yeah,
Clive.
that's cool. That has nothing to do with the video game. Sorry,
It's just
I
the
don't.
funniest thing you can do.
Well, he also just did a great
an amazing
job
job.
just being Clive.
I know, like that's what I've heard.
And Ann hasn't even gotten to the scenes where he really brings it yet.
Yeah.
Really shits
I
his
mean,
pants.
he has heard my favorite delivery in the
Yeah.
game. Though. Granted,
That's
my
true.
favorite delivery in the game happens in the first 3 hours.
That's
Listen,
true.
I don't have
It's
a PS5.
I'll fucking kill you.
Listen, I don't have a PS5. I can't play 16. I'll just wait till it's on PC, I guess. Don't know when that's.
It is
gonna
coming
be.
to PC. It is
Sounds
coming
like
to PC,
Phil's
too.
got to take a nap.
Sounds like Phil doesn't have the money for a PS. No.
I'm all out of money.
Hey.
It's when it turns analog horror.
I hate that.
Oh, thank you.
I
Me
am-
too.
I am happy. So I'm not gonna lie. I really didn't think Baldur's Gate 3 would win Game of the Year. I was actually very surprised. But
You know
very
what?
happy at the
Honestly,
same time.
As soon as I saw that it won, I was like, you know what? This makes sense. This game was kind of fucking everywhere.
Yeah, it made.
So
made
it
triple-
really
made-
I can't say that it didn't deserve it because it totally did.
Yeah.
But also like there's like I would have been totally fine with any of the nominees winning, honestly.
except for Mario.
Listen, I reviewed
would
the
have totally been okay with Mario. It wouldn't have.
That's fair.
I knew it wasn't going to, but I would have been okay with it just because it's fucking Mario.
Listen. I reviewed the game. I gave it a perfect score. I gave it an A+. I'm so glad that Tears of the Kingdom did not win.
Yeah, so honestly, yeah. Out of all of them, again, I would have been fine with any of them, but that's like the one where I would have been like, it could have been something else.
Yeah, Banjo Kazooie.
I'm like,
Banjo
really?
Kazooie Nuts and Bolts too.
Yeah. Listen, I love Tears of the Kingdom. I really do, but the motherfucker, no, like. It really just is like as you got like I was fucking like on your side. I was on your side the whole time I was listening
It's
to the
literally
podcast
just
from last month.
it's literally
And I'm
just
like,
DLC.
it really just is Breath of the Wild again. Which is whatever. It's fine. It was fine. You have the underground. You have the sky.
Here's a good news for all you Zelda purist fans out there. They did. Aonuma did say, yeah, we pretty much made the game we wanted to make. There's really nothing left for us here. So they'll probably return to traditional 3D Zeldas in the future, which means games I won't enjoy.
Damn, he said it.
Listen, can I
Look,
tell
man,
you?
I'm
what
sorry.
my
I
most
just don't vibe with
unpopular-
most 3D Zeldas. I don't
My
find them
most
fun.
unpopular opinion about Zelda is.
I gave mine like a million times.
Yeah.
The fact
Here's
that I
my
don't vibe with the
unpopular-
franchise as a whole.
Here's my unpopular opinion about Zelda
Okay.
that like no one seems to really fucking get.
Mm-hmm.
Zelda's a fucking acquired taste game. I'm sorry. It just is. It's not for everybody.
You're right. And I am one of those people who does not have that acquired taste. Here's the thing. I like a few of like the top down ones. Like I think Link to the Past is great. Link's Awakening's fun. Link Between Worlds, even the original's great. But when it comes to the 3D games like Ocarina, Wind Waker, even fucking Breath of the Wild and Tears, I play them for about like an hour, and then I'm like, no, I'm not having fun.
My thing is like
Yeah.
I played the 3D ones so much, and I've beaten a good amount of
Even
them.
if people are saying like, well, an hour's not enough time, and I'm like, it should be. If I have to sit and play a game for like 5 hours before it gets good,
Okay.
no.
Steve, I'm just gonna say this though. You say that as a fan of FF16.
FF16 was fucking awesome the second I put it on, dude. The game opens with the fucking Phoenix
Yes.
Ifrit fight.
For us who were immediately into the world and were already into it from like trailers, but there are people that didn't like that game because of how slow it can start. Because listen, a lot of the game, while there is that cool fight in the beginning, it's a movie.
Yeah.
For the first 5 to 10% of it, and while albeit
Yes,
a good movie,
okay, yes, but like
it's not everyone's
I'm
cup of tea.
thoroughly engaged in it though.
Right.
That's
Yes,
my
thoroughly-
thing. That's my thing.
right,
I'm
I'm just
thoroughly
saying.
engaged in it. Where when it comes to
Right.
like 3D Zelda stuff, it's like I'm not thoroughly engaged because the story is always the same fucking thing every time. With like minor differences. I'm sorry, every single Zelda plot is the fucking same.
This do be true.
Tell me I'm wrong. You can't.
Wind Waker, you have to find your sister.
Yeah, how different is that from
You're not
fucking
wrong.
Finding Zelda?
Instead,
Well,
Zelda's a pirate now.
Yeah, it's like
Zelda's not your sister.
Listen, for all intents and purposes,
honestly,
you are correct.
honestly though, I give Wind Waker points. Wind Waker was like the one 3D Zelda that I had the most fun with before like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom came out. And even then I still only played it for a couple hours and I was like, I'm done.
You
Yeah.
are correct, Steve, in that they are all the same.
Yes.
But to the other end of this of this shtick is they kind of painted that brick themselves. Like they kind of made that. They
Yes.
kind of dug their grave themselves because they made it the point of the series that it's always the same.
I also think the timeline is the stupidest fucking thing in the world. Like, why does it have to be so convoluted and complex? Like, why do they have to have
because
splits?
they-
Why do they have to have 3 separate timelines? Why is there a timeline where Link loses in Ocarina?
Steve's Twitter
I
red.
played the game. That's not what happens. He doesn't lose.
All right,
was-
does
I
anyone else have
lost.
any?
That was good.
I
anyone else have
died.
any-
Granted, I never finished it because I wasn't having fun, but I've seen the ending.
So that means you lost, Steve.
No, I gave up. That's different.
All right,
I gave up.
then
That's
now it's
different
the
from
Link.
Link losing.
it's the Link.
Does anyone else have any Game of the Year
Did.
picks?
What?
Does anyone else have any Game of the Year picks for themselves?
I don't.
Well, I
really like
my game of the year is Final
Spider-Man.
Fantasy 16, but I'm gonna save that for Peter because I know how much that game means to you. So I'll
because more than one person can't like the same game.
well, no, it's my favorite game. It's definitely my favorite game this year, but it's Peter's favorite game. Period.
Of all
So-
currently of all time.
So I'm gonna let him have that one. I want to talk about Sea of Stars.
Oh yes.
That's because that's my second favorite game this year.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, talk about Sea of Stars then.
Okay, all right. Let me.
Oh,
all right,
wait,
let me
then,
let
Peter,
me get
you
my
go
piece
then.
out, so just like the last podcast,
Yeah,
I
go
can
for it.
say what I gotta say and then stay quiet and then moderate when everyone else is done talking. So FF16. The only reason why I mean, and listen, it's Game of the Year this year was tough. I'm not out here saying like any of the winners, aside from like Alan Wake 2. In my opinion, was it was just released just a little too. I understand all the games were released for it. You know what I mean? I just feel like a week away from the fucking awards is a little too close for a victory like that. Yeah. But that's just me. I'm not out here pulling hairs about the quality of the game because I don't play Alan Wake. I'm really not interested in the game in order to have that judgment. But so this whole Game of the Year conversation comes purely from us just being like, here's why we love these games so much. It's not necessarily like any game should like this is fucking robbed. Like I'm not gonna have that stance. I'm not going to.
It's literally
But-
just like when we say our game of the year, we're literally saying like our favorite game this year.
Right. I just love this game.
There were a lot. There was
So
a lot of
FF16
games this year. That's very difficult.
FF16 did something that I really didn't think a game could. So, for instance, I don't play Dark Souls. I'm not a Dark Souls guy. And
neither.
the main reason for that is I don't like the aesthetic. I don't like the world. I don't like how dark.
It's kind of
everything
funny.
is.
The aesthetic is the only thing about Dark Souls I like.
I just
I
it's
just
not
think
a
the
matter
game
of-
plays like dog
it's-
shit.
It's not necessarily a matter of I don't like the aesthetic as a whole because I'm about to get to that in a second.
Mhm.
It's really more I'm just doled out by these. Like too much. Like I do need some vibrant stuff. I
I get it. It's too much doom and gloom.
it's just too much. It's too much. Like my senses get dulled. I get real sleepy. I'm a fucking child.
Yeah, Pete gets eaten.
It's
time for
the
bed,
same
buddy.
way I am with like watching like old black and white sitcoms. It might be really funny. I'll never know. I fall asleep if it's black and white. It's fucking, it's really bad. But the thing that I'm getting at is that FF16 broke past that barrier because FF16's aesthetic is close in the medieval like world building that it has, and how gray a lot of the environments are. But the story, the acting, the character, like all of it was so well done that it broke past the barrier where I would normally be like kind of bored or out of it by just looking at the world around me. And in fact, all the way to the opposite of it, I found myself wanting to see more of that world. I have people in my life, like I have talked to someone, I think my sister's fiance, I've talked to, and he's one of those people where like I couldn't get through like half this, like I couldn't even get through half the game for the side quest. The side quest sucks so bad, dude. Oh my god. And I'm like, I played them twice. I played every single side quest in the game twice because I adored the
I
world
remember
building.
you said this.
I adore the characters, like the NPCs in the game from the side quests. I love them all. Like I love that world, and I can't wait to see more of it in the next DLC.
Yep.
I was happy to see even a shred bit more of it in the DLC they shadow dropped at the awards.
Yeah.
But the fact that it did that is one of the main reasons why it became my game of the year. And on another topic, because I'm kind of not going, I'm going to try to step away from talking about FF16 as rapidly in other content. So I want to kind of get my piece about it here and then just like get it all out and move on. There's a lot of people that got really upset with FF16 when it released, and before it released, even just seeing trailers, because they were saying stuff like it's not an RPG. Sorry, Chief. That combat, not it. And I just can't stand those people. To me, being it's a role playing game. I have never played more of a role. Like, I have never felt more immersed in a role I was playing than playing as Clive Rosfield in FF16. Like, the level, like, playing the side quest and going through the story and listening to the dialogue and fighting the boss fights really made it so I felt like I wanted everyone in this game to live and be happy. Like, I legitimately wanted what Clive wanted for that world. Like, I was in that role. That, like, for a hot minute, if I got rid of all the voices, I could have voiced them. Like, I was so tethered. And it's like, I don't care what you say about what you think RPG combat should be, but I fucking roleplayed. I was playing that fucking role. So that is a fucking RPG. And on top of that, the combat that people want to say, oh, I can just tap the same button over and over again and win. You could, but why? Because
actually try doing that in later combat,
right?
too.
Well, it's like it's not fun to do that. You could, but first of all, later on, you're gonna get your ass handed to you, unless you're like playing real fucking long. And like if you want a fight to take forever, you can win doing that, but it's gonna take a long time. But it's like, you can have fun. You can mix match the icon abilities. I have a set of icon abilities that I speedrun with that melts everything in seconds. Because you just know what the combos are and you fucking go in and do it. And it's like, that's fun. That's cool. Like, that's innovative combat, or not necessarily innovative, but immersive combat doesn't have to be like combat shouldn't have to force your hand to use it. You should choose to use it to make the combat more fun for you, to make it more intricate. Like the player has the power in that design to make the combat what they want. As opposed to what people were insinuating by saying, like, oh god, I can just press that. It's like, okay, so you want the game to force you to use things. You want the game to literally say, if you don't use this ability, you cannot play the game. And it's like, that's not fun. That's not a way to make a game. Like, and I know that that's an exaggeration of what people were saying, but it's the point. The point is, like, yes, there's so many games where you can just press the same, like Kingdom Hearts, you can press the same button over and over again. You can just hit things like Antonio does. But if you really,
I don't even block.
If you really like go in on the combat, like Cage 3, a lot of people talk about the combat changes and how they don't like them, but I love the combat in Cage 3 because you have the 3 Keyblades, you have all the magic, you have the grand magic that pops up when you use a combo of it. Like, you have all this stuff that you can just go in on, the Keyblade transformations, the shot lock, the flow motion.
Cage 3 is my favorite in terms of combat.
All of it together, and like, it's a little messy when you start the game because it is a lot. But like, the more you play it and the more you have access to it, the more you can be creative, and that's what's so cool. It's the same thing with FF16. You can be creative. The boss fights are phenomenal, though they are very. Though the boss fights are very like cinematic and kind of flashy to an end, they are beautiful and well crafted. The music won the award for best score, rightfully so. Soken is a fucking master, and
Masahiro Soken is God when it comes to music.
Soken,
and I will not
nuts.
hear anything otherwise.
Look, man.
So
I love Yoko Shimomura. I will always praise Yoko Shimomura. She's my favorite composer ever. Soken is the perfect replacement for Nobuo Uematsu.
Soken is so good.
He gets that Final Fantasy feel.
And on top of that, like the final thing that I'll say. Is that they did something with the ending of the game, which I will not spoil because Antonio has not finished the game yet. I don't want to spoil that for him. And I don't know who's watching this that hasn't played the game, and I want everyone who has some interest in it to play the game when they can. So I won't spoil the exact ending, but they they did something with the ending that was masterfully written. I'll say this about it. They left a portion of the ending open to interpretation, and there's a lot of people online that want confirmation on this. They want less vague, and I am okay with the choice of not having that, because I think letting the player in a game like Final Fantasy, especially this one of all ones, of all Final Fantasy games, it's so cool because of all the different stories that it's told, to let the player in this moment decide what they feel about that ending, how they feel it actually went. And I think that is a beautiful way to write it. I normally in any other instance of a story, I would be upset. If fucking Doctor Who did that for an episode, I would be so upset. I'd be like, I need an answer. Come on. But this game nailed it. Because honestly, either way, it's a good
The ending kind of reminds me of what they did with Final Fantasy Tactics, and that's what I'm gonna say because I can't say anything else.
Yeah. But
and
yeah,
that's
that's
the highest compliment Brandon can give, because Tactics is his favorite Final Fantasy game.
Listen, they're coming out with a remake apparently, and I can't wait.
Wait, they're remaking Tactics?
Yeah, they are. Yes.
Oh shit.
But yeah, so the thing, so that's really the key thing, is that on all metrics, Final Fantasy 16 went above and beyond. Like, when I was getting into it, I actually was a bit of a faker, because it was being advertised for so long before it came out, and there was a lot of people that were diehard on it immediately. I honestly wasn't on it until like a month before it came out. But when I did get on it, I was as if I was on it for years. And so I'm a bit of a faker in that aspect. But when I bought it thinking it was going to be, I'm playing the newest Final Fantasy, whatever. The boss fight looked really cool in the trailer. It blew all of that out of the water for me. Everything, it was such a magical experience. I beat the fucking thing so quickly. And then I played it again, and then I speed ran it, and then I just did the DLC. I got the season pass at a time when I shouldn't just be spending money. But I was like, I want that DLC when it comes out next year. So it's like, everything about FF16 really nailed it. And I do wish it won. In my heart of hearts, I like to think that it was like second or third place for Game of the Year. Like, it was right behind. It was like real close. That's in my heart of hearts. I like to think it was a real close choice. Anyone else? Go ahead.
It's fucking phenomenal. I agree with pretty much all the points you made. As I said, this is also my game of the year. It's a game that from start to finish has been like fucking phenomenal, and the DLC has been awesome, and I can't wait for the next one. I really don't have anything to add onto that, which I knew going into this, which is why I decided to talk about Sea of Stars instead. Sea of Stars is fucking great. For those of you who don't know, it is a RPG that takes inspiration from games like Chrono Trigger and Mario RPG in terms of its combat and aesthetic and stuff. And it is a prequel to one of my favorite Metroidvania games, The Messenger. Takes place in the same universe and everything, and there's a lot of connection to it. If you've played The Messenger and then you play Sea of Stars, you're going to be connecting a lot of dots the way I did. In fact, I would recommend you play The Messenger first before playing Sea of Stars, because it makes certain moments hit a lot fucking harder. First of all, the story is phenomenal. It's so engaging, and every character is so lovable. All of your party members are fantastic. There's a lot of twists and turns with the story where it goes places you really don't expect, especially in the final act where it goes to like a completely different fucking place. Like the tonal shift is insane towards the end. The music is absolutely phenomenal. The gameplay, like I said, it's very similar to games like it has this like active kind of combat the way Chrono Trigger does, but it's still kind of like turn-based and stuff, and it has like timed hits the way that Mario RPG does. And there are a couple like amulets you can equip to make those things easier. Like you can equip an amulet that gives you like an indicator as to when you time the hit perfectly. And I use that because boy was that helpful to know that I did it right. It's also just really fluid, like the way that you jump in and out of combat. It's so quick and fast paced because, like, again, like Chrono Trigger, it's you see an enemy on the screen, you approach them, the battle starts right there. No transition, no screen fade to black, no. It's just right there. You're in, and it's great, and I love that kind of shit. It's why I love Chrono Trigger. And I also love the fact that you get to choose which of the two main characters to play as. You can play as either Valere or Zale, and you can swap between them at any point during the game. So you can swap your party around, and like despite them being the two main characters, you don't even need to have them in your party during a battle. Like obviously they'll swap back when you're in the overworld, but you can have a battle with the other characters, and I really appreciate that. I think it's really cool.
The active party switching.
Yeah, how like you can swap mid battle, and Mario RPG the remake did this as well. And I think it's awesome how like in the middle of a battle you can just swap characters. Like say and there's like each character has different like stats. Like Valere being the Moon Warrior has like moon based attacks, and Zale being the Sun one has like sun based attacks, and certain enemies have certain weaknesses to those. But then you have other characters that are weak to like poison and dark and etc. etc. And let's say if you face an enemy that has a weakness that someone in your party currently can't dish out, you can just swap them on the fly and deal that weakness. And it makes the combat, it gives the combat a whole extra layer of strategizing and thinking of like, okay, when do I swap this? How do I want to do this? Should I save it for later? And, should I wait and use a special move for now? And the special moves, again, expertly done. Like, some of them are like, honestly, I think some of the special moves, again, kind of take a lot from like Mario RPG special moves, but also like kind of like some of them are very similar to like the Mario and Luigi ones. Like there's one that's very similar to like the shell kick ability in like Bowser's Inside Story, and there's one that's very similar to like the window falling one as well in that game. And there's just a lot of it's a game that really wears its inspirations on its sleeve, and I just appreciate it so much for being an amalgamation of all of my favorite RPGs in one game. On top of that, having a killer soundtrack and amazing story that is connected to and has ties to one of my favorite Metroidvania games. And it's one of those things where I can really just say, just play the game for yourself to see what I mean. And I guarantee within the first 20 minutes, you'll be engaged, because it's just so fun right off the bat. And like, it has an amazing cast of characters that are all so much fun and so lovable. And there are certain moments in this that will really tug at your heartstrings. There are moments that certainly made me tear up. There are moments that made me laugh out loud. Like it's just a great story with great characters in a great world. And it is confirmed that it's getting DLC, and I'm very excited about that because the DLC is going to be further connecting it to the Messenger, which makes me even more excited. Yeah, and honestly, like if you like old school RPGs like Chrono Trigger and Mario RPG, like genuinely, and if you played the Mario RPG remake and you really enjoyed that, which boy howdy did I enjoy that. Give Sea of Stars a shot. It's really, really cool. I recommend you play the Messenger first. You don't have to, but I think that's how you'll get the best experience. Just play it. It's great.
So my video game of the year is Bluey the video game. I mean, the game was developed by Artax and published by Outright Games, and a trailer was released in September, and the game was released on November on Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. I'm just reading the Wikipedia page. 'Cause I don't know a fucking thing about this game. Anyway, so Game of the Year is actually really tough because I really didn't play a lot this year. Literally all of the games of 2023 that I played were the games I streamed, because I had to spend 99% of my time playing Kirby this year. But that being said, as much as it's a basic bitch pick, Dude, Spider-Man 2 is so good.
Yeah, that's very fair. Spider-Man 2 is fucking awesome.
And like, I really want to get into something that I've seen a lot of people complain about on the internets about Spider-Man 2. A lot of people fucking complain about these side missions that are like you just helping out like the people of New York City.
I love them.
Yeah, but that's
Not only do I not hate those missions, they're my favorite missions in the game.
Yeah, I love them.
Because like you're the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Part of that is being friendly to the neighborhood, you know, like, and it's just cool. Like, it really just fleshes out New York City. It makes New York City denizens not just seem like, oh, well, this is just a collective of people. Like, no, there's like individual people, individual stories within this city that everyone has to go through that Spider-Man just gets involved in sometimes. And I know it's not fair to say it's my game of the year right now because I still haven't beaten it. I don't even think I'm fucking close. But like, it just, everything from like the combat to the fucking, the story, the dialogue, the symbiote powers, the Miles' Venom abilities, the costumes, it's all so fucking cool. And it's all just done, like, I didn't think they could get much better than the first game. I really didn't.
Same.
But, like, I thought Spider-Man 2 was going to be, like, just as good and maybe a little bit better. But no, it, like, far exceeds.
If I'm being honest, I thought Spider-Man 2 was going to be the same type of deal that Tears of the Kingdom is to Breath of the Wild.
Where it's just going to be the same.
But it's vastly superior on every fucking level.
And, like, I don't even know how they did it.
Yeah.
The only,
You want to know what I don't know how they did? How the fuck did they do that fast travel? Where you go on the map, you go like across New York City, click the button, and you're there instantly.
Yeah, that's
How
nuts.
the fuck did they do that?
the only thing that I have a problem with is I just wish it was longer.
Yeah, same.
Which is
Which
not
is not
actually-
it's not a negative.
Right. It is not a negative. I legitimately
I
wish
think
you
that
want
is
more.
I think that is literally the best criticism you could give a game is that you wish it was longer.
Exactly.
I mean, especially with Spider-Man, because honestly, it does lie into my actual like genuine complaint, where it's like I feel like there are story beats that could have been handled better if it was longer. That's not to say the story beats weren't handled, well in general, but it's like stuff with like the symbiote and stuff, which you haven't gotten fully into yet, Bottles, but
I like just got there.
stuff with the symbiote, it's like a lot of it could have been really even cooler if they had more time in the game.
Yeah.
But that is again just a complaint of like, they just didn't program as much playtime into the game. You know what I mean? Like they could have done
Also,
more.
like I think
Hopefully
it's
they do more
shorter
for
than the
3.
first one.
Yeah,
Which,
definitely.
like, it despite being shorter than the first one, it really doesn't take away the experience because it's just that fucking good.
Well, because like it's shorter than the first one, but it's more. There's more to it. It's more dense.
I know it's shorter than the first one only because I not only did I beat it so quickly, I platinumed it in the first weekend.
True.
And listen, I
Yeah.
know that I have a lot of time personally, but it's like like my point. It was not a chore in any way. By the time I finished the story, the only achievement I needed to get, the only trophy I needed to get, was literally something you can only get post finishing the game.
Yeah.
And then when you go, oh, I got to do this, it goes, you did it, and go.
Oh, okay.
So it's like it was like the easiest platinum I've ever gotten in my life.
I have to say it was really funny because like I was like to try to find like something to like do as like the joke answer for that bit. I was just like looking through like a list of games that came out this year.
Bluey.
Yeah.
And I kind of forgot some of the games that came out this year feel like it was like last year.
So many.
Like for example, like I know I just made a video on it, but like I forgot entirely that Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe came out this year.
Oh
my
shit, you're
God.
right.
Huh.
That did come out this
Kirby
year.
jump scare.
Can we talk about how we all gaslit ourselves, by the way?
Oh
I
my
can't
god, that
believe
was
that.
that was so fucking funny.
Holy
For the
shit.
long so to tell that story real quick for the audience is that like so there's a GCN out of context page on Twitter run by our good friend Smashland And there's a clip where me and Steve and Peter are like watching the credits of Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, and we're doing like our King DDD bit where we're like, "Brr, brr, brr, brr," like whatever, because that's the sound DDD makes. So like we watch that. Sometimes we go through the out of context clips just because we're bored to see like what we don't remember, and we saw that and we're like, we're at the credits of Return to Dreamland Deluxe, and we're like, we have no fucking memory of beating this game. we thought that we stopped because Steve got like super busy with work, so he wasn't able to come over as often, so we weren't really able to finish Return to Dreamland Deluxe. And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure, because like I'm pretty sure the first time I beat Return to Dreamland Deluxe was when I completed it for the retrospective. And then like, but like here's the credits right here, and like us shaking hands like we like just fucking beat the game. So what the fuck? So I decided to look into it, and I went to the end of our second Return to Dreamland Deluxe stream, because we only did 2. And we got up to right before the Landia fight, and then we stopped. And I'm like, well, if we didn't beat the game, where did that come from? And at first I was like thinking like, maybe it's another game, and we just like carried over the DDD bit for some reason. Because we just carry bits everywhere. Yeah. No matter what. Fucking I want to eat dog food, you know?
Oatmeal?
Yeah.
Oatmeal, yeah. So like, what, like, this is the most like dumbass detective work I've ever done. So like, I took a name from the credits and I Googled it to see what game this person worked on. And the only one that we streamed was Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. And I'm like, what the actual shit? So then what I did is I scrubbed through both of the streams like 2 minutes at a time so to see where I could match up the chat messages that was in the out of context clip, only to find out that it was in the beginning of the second one, and we went to the theater and manually chose to watch the credits and made the joke that we quote unquote beat the game, not knowing that months later we were going to gaslight ourselves into thinking that we collectively had no memory of actually beating this game.
It's one of the most wild, like, man.
Yeah.
We've been at this for too long.
You guys are a special breed, huh? Holy moly! What a ride! What an emotional roller coaster!
Oh my god!
It's so funny.
So fucking funny,
it's
dude.
so bewilderingly funny to me.
I can't believe, like, I don't know if we played ourselves or if Smashlandr inadvertently played us.
Fucking played 4D chess.
That shit's like fucking 7D chess, all right?
Oh my god.
We're fucking Yu-Gi-Oh 5D's chess over here.
Huh? Oh my god.
He synchro summoned us into fucking extinction.
Oh man.
So I guess I'll go next, and we know my answer. Wow.
Yep.
It is Baldur's Gate 3. We know what we all know. No, really? Wow. It's just what a wild game to come out, and it is wild because it's just there's just so much. There's so much to do. If you're a really big fan of D&D, you're gonna love it because it is Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm a huge into D&D.
And
the only reason why I haven't played it yet is because I haven't had time to buy it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm like 110 hours in, and I'm still not done with the game. Like I'm not kidding.
I don't think it's that good. No kidding.
And all the I fucking hate this guy.
I couldn't determine in 110 hours if I like this.
Actually,
can I get my money back?
Can I get my money back? Steam money. All the characters are just fantastic. The voice acting great. The combat's amazing. All the story beats are good. Have left me kind of like starstruck, and the music's fantastic. Like it's not just Down by the River. It's like everything. I just did a boss fight with a demon, and the music blew me away. I was like, holy shit. And Baldur's Gate 3 currently is famous for making people look at AAA devs and going like, how come you can't do this like all the time? And everyone's like, right? So just everything about it has really turned the gaming, I guess, sphere or whatever on its head, and is making people kind of question, like, how come all games can't be like this? Because it's complete. Like, the game's out. Like, they're like, Larian's like, okay, here it is. We'll update the game we'll update the game every couple of patches, but they're always big patches. They're always like massive. They're always like changing something, and like that's it. But like the game's out. Like the game's there. It is $60 done. You don't have to buy like a thing to like make it better. You don't have to download another 20 patches just so the game functions. I actually don't even know how big the file is, but I don't think it's like massive. It's not like 200 megabytes for Baldur's Gate. I don't know if it's like a big file. It probably is, but not like 250 megabytes big. Like not like fucking Warzone big. It's almost there? Great, awesome. Fuck. Alright, well, it's not there
Feels
yet.
like I have a lot less space on my computer than I thought.
It's almost there. It's almost there.
Yeah.
But that's also. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You also have to put into the fact that with comparative to like
True.
Warzone, which is mainly only that big because it's playing with a bunch of people. Baldur's Gate, you can play by yourself and have a good time.
Yeah. There's like a
There's
bunch
also
of
the fact that
different
literally
paths
you
can
have
go
like a
and,
bunch of
dialogue
scenarios that
changes
can go
depending on
over at any
what
time.
you are, like what you class you are, what race you like, race, where you started, like right. It's nuts.
How racist you choose to be.
Fantasy racism.
I know.
Oh my god. It's
No,
very
yeah,
funny
there's
'cause you're like,
literally-
wow.
My favorite is
There's
people
literally
that got
fantasy
upset
racism
about
in
the
it to the
fantasy
point where it's
racism.
just like
they were like, "This is
It's
racist."
hilarious.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's
yeah,
the point.
yeah, welcome.
D&D
It's almost like it's a social commentary.
yeah.
Well, it's the same. It's the same with like the fucking FF16 too, right?
Yeah, people were like, "Wait, there's no fucking there's no like major ethnicity differences here. There's like one like darker skinned group of people like in a desert in the game." And it's like, yeah, it's almost like the location of the world they're basing it on wouldn't really necessarily have the natural pigmentation that you're discussing here. Like, it's like, yes, it's a fantasy game, but fantasy is drawn from reality. So when you source something, and also like, it doesn't really change or doesn't break the story, you know? So it's like, it's also, plus, aside from it being social commentary, it's just kind of how societies work. Like, unfortunately, 90% chance if people look different, there's another person that's gonna go, I hate that you look different. Like,
Yeah.
that's just
Well, the other thing
natural.
is that like
If-
a lot
if
of
I may- if
fantasy
I may
is based
quote-
off of.
If I may quote Aaron from Game Grumps, where he said, "I feel like people have been disagreeing since there were two people on the planet. You're not me."
Guys,
like
it's
the
not
thing
that
is
deep.
that you have
Guys, it's not that deep. I just
you
want to
also
talk
have
about casting
to
fireballs.
Can you shut the fuck up? I just want to make my point. This is a podcast. It's the point of
I
it.
just want to talk about fireballs.
No, the last thing I'll say on the fucking matter is that like the whole thing with like the fantasy racism thing is I'm like a lot of these fantasy things are based off of like medieval Europe where there was a lot of racism.
Yeah.
So like case shut and point, Phil continue
Jesus,
to talk
guys,
about Baldur's
fuck.
Gate.
I just want to talk about casting fireballs and beating up Get Yankees or whatever. Anyway, but yeah, it's Baldur's Gate has proven to be worth every penny, and I kind of already knew that going in. And even if they were to like release more content later on, whether it's paid for, like I'm fine with it because it'll probably be like $2 get 3 more subclasses for every class, and I'm like, okay, cool, because like that's just a thing in Dungeons and Dragons, and I do hope they do that. I know there's mods to make level 20 and add more like companions to your playthrough, and that's really cool.
They've also added some subclasses already too.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for that. My other, I guess, honorable mentions would be like Armor Core 6.
I've heard that was really good.
It's very good. I was very pleasantly surprised that like more people branched out. Even some people in my friend group that have really never played Armor Core before branched out and played it, and they're like, "This game's sick." And I'm like, "That's really cool," because I know that was a really big thing from last year, and Armor Core is really cool because I also just like giant robots, so I'm biased. Other than that, an indie game that came out this year, Dredge. It's a really good one. A little fun fishing simulator. Just kidding, Eldritch Horror. Very cool. I recommend it as well. And I don't know. Play Cyberpunk, I guess. I don't know. I got that's about it. Possibly it was.
Play Cyberpunk, but it's not an ongoing game.
But it's not an ongoing game.
Oh my fucking god!
It's
Came
not.
out a while ago.
By
I
very
think,
definition, it's not.
Yeah, I think that's it on my end. Couldn't be really anything else I can tell you to play. There's like Darkest Dungeon 2 came out this year, and I think that was really cool. Really,
Okay.
it's really good. It's very, very different from the first game, which I think is really, really neat. They went the I like to think they went the Yakuza route, like Yakuza 7, where they're like, different play style. If you don't like it, we could always go back to it.
Brandon?
That's it for me, I
what's
think.
Your pick? What's your pick,
Brandon.
Brandon?
I mean, my pick was already said. Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, okay, cool, big.
That shit. I was one of the first people in, and Steve can tell you this. Like in our friend group, everyone was like, "Does anyone know about Baldur's Gate 3?" And I could not stop raving about it.
You want to know another reason why I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 yet?
Why?
Brandon, you promised me you'd get it for me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I did.
I'm still waiting.
I did promise. It's mostly been the fact of I've been busy with bills and crap. I have
Sorry,
to
hey,
pay
man.
for my cesspool.
Hey man, Christmas is coming up.
Oh, shit.
Steve legit like, hey bitch, give me a present.
If you were wondering what present to get me, I was thinking, maybe the game that you said you'd get me.
Could you give me a Steam Deck too while you're at it?
While you're at it,
And a new computer.
could you carry me and give me milkies?
Could you wipe my ass?
I actually am planning to get a Steam Deck after Christmas.
I would like some cookies too.
Cookies, milkies, and a wipe of the
I'm planning
ass.
to get a Steam Deck after Christmas solely because
I have to be right back. So talk. What are you going to talk about? I will be back.
I do plan to get a Steam Deck after Christmas solely because I went over to our good buddy Lucas's place recently to go see the new Godzilla film, and before we left, he asked me, "Hey, do you want to play a little bit of Hi-Fi Rush, which is his game of the year?" And I'm like, "Sure, I'll play a little bit of it." I played like the first 2 levels and went, "I hate the fact that I have to go home and can't play this."
Yeah. Oh, that's
God,
that
it's
was,
really
That
good.
was the other one. That was the other pick.
You know what
That was my other pick.
You know what the funny thing is?
Yeah.
That was going to be my second game. That was my second pick for game.
There
of the
you go,
year,
Brandon, talk
'cause
about it.
I was going to go into that because our funny boyfriend Lucas isn't here.
Local funny man.
Yeah. So if you haven't heard of a little game called Hi-Fi Rush, where the fuck have you been?
It
But
won
in-
best fucking
in all
sound design, right? Sound design.
Sound design. Yes, sound design. And honestly, I would say that it was better. It was a game that I would say is better than both Mario Wonder and Legend of Zelda.
Damn. I believe it.
Yeah, I want you to come
I
at me,
mean,
you,
I mean,
you
to me,
freaking
it
fanboys.
kind of is. Like, that game was, like, my pick this year, despite all the other amazing games that came out this year. And, again, it's just, like, so many games have come out. And even then, I'm actually very pleasantly happy and surprised that Alan Wake 2 just wasn't, it's a sequel to, like, a 12-year-old game, sweep it under the rug, no one cares. Apparently,
No,
that
it
game's
did
really
very
good.
well.
No one really heard about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I'm surprised it did so well in the awards too.
yeah.
But yeah, Hi-Fi Rush, I will honestly say, is like one of those games that, because we will get back to that other game.
It's everything this year was like really solid.
Yeah.
Can I give 2 more honorable mentions?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a few more.
Can I get through
God.
my
Oh, I
shit?
thought you were done. I'm so sorry.
No, I started and then we went on to
my God.
Alan Wake 2.
All right, go on. I'm sorry.
Fireball.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, it went up best sound design, and on all honesty, I think it's a game that, even if you aren't good at, like, rhythm games, because it's kind of like an action game with rhythm-based mechanics in it, even if you aren't, like, rhythmically, like, literate, it is a really fun game, because just being good with rhythm is like an extra bonus, and that's about it. You can still perform everything. You can still do everything that you want to. Hell, the game is a lot of fun. The music that plays during the whole entire game.
Yeah,
is
I was
amazing.
saying this to Lucas when I was playing it at his place. How I was like, I'm like, this is the most responsive combat system I've played in a game since Dust and Elysian Tale. And if you know me, that is the highest compliment I can give.
You thought you'd get rid of me, huh? Just because I'm sick? I wouldn't be able to chime in this section? I was called out a few seconds ago. Well, guess what? I'm an editor, and I can force myself into this video whether you want me here or not. But no, I wanted to just take a second to talk about my game of the year, which was already said before. Hi-Fi Rush by Tango Gameworks. This game, to me, if I could describe it in one word, is an enigma, because it manages to be a complete game. It's fucking gorgeous. The music is incredible. The sound design is so intense, and it did deserve that award. I wish it got more, but it did deserve that award. The characters are fun. The story knows exactly what it wants to be. The game never has a moment where I feel like it's a slog at all. And it's only $40. These are all things that so many big games suffered with in 2023. And mind you, I know there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and of course I empathize with people making the games too, but Hi-Fi Rush really was such a fucking treat, and it was a surprise for everyone because it was shadow dropped. But to me specifically, I was a bit jaded going into 2023. I wasn't happy with a lot of game stuff. Hi-Fi Rush, I am not kidding, made me love video games again. Made me excited for games coming out again, because it's just that damn good. I cannot recommend Hi-Fi Rush enough. Please do yourself a favor. If you have Xbox, you have Steam, play Hi-Fi Rush and buy Hi-Fi Rush. Don't get it on Game Pass. Buy Hi-Fi Rush to support Tango Gameworks because they really deserve it for this one. This game to me has become one of my favorite games of all time. I think it's that good. Okay, I'm gonna leave her right now. Bye-bye. Love you.
I would say give it a try. It's a really good game, even though it didn't get many nominations for crap.
It did.
Actually,
it
no,
got
yes,
just
it
as
did.
many nominations as fucking Tears of the Kingdom.
I really meant to say it didn't win as much stuff as it should have. But again, this is for a lot of the games that didn't win. Remember that this is a stacked year, and don't be upset that I'm also specifically talking to the Spider-Man 2 fanboy wannabe gamers. Do not get mad that your
I still
game
can't believe
lost.
Spider-Man didn't win anything.
Yeah,
That's kind of crazy. 8 nominations and you win nothing. That's crazy.
Here's my take on it though. With the way that Spider-Man 2 is, it is one of the greatest generic games that you can play.
On top of that, I blinkied here. No, on top of that, take everything with a grain of salt because it's a fucking award show.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. They're all fucking bullshit anyway.
If Spider-Man 2,
Tell that to the
if Spider-Man
tell that to
2
the
is
casual
game of the
gamers.
year, to you in your heart of hearts, it's your game of the year. And have a nice day.
Yeah, exactly.
No one needs to be objective. No one needs to be objectively correct about what is the best game of the year. It's just that's not how that works.
Exactly. Did you enjoy the fucking game? Did you enjoy the fucking game? You did?
Gee, it's
Unless
almost
you
like
want Tears of the
art
Kingdom to
mediums
win.
are subjective.
Our mediums are.
Unless you wanted Tears of the Kingdom to win, then you're wrong.
Oh no, Tears of the Kingdom is just DLC and that's it.
Listen, people can enjoy.
You're stupid and
People can
stinky.
enjoy Tears of the Kingdom, but they have to be honest that it's nothing new.
Yeah. I enjoyed my time with it because I enjoyed my time with Breath of the Wild. And even then, I didn't really I didn't even finish either game.
Gonna be honest, I didn't finish it.
Yeah.
I only finished it because I had to.
Yeah. Honestly, I've fucking talked about Zelda earlier, and I've talked about it a million times how I don't vibe with those games. I have more fun watching people play Zelda than I do playing it myself. So, I've seen the ending of every game. I just haven't done it myself because I don't fucking care.
Oh, this is Zelda Hate the Podcast. All right.
Not necessarily, but
No.
Listen, I don't think it's
is
a
for
bad
me.
game. I don't think it's a bad game. It's
No.
not really that big.
Look, man,
Listen, I love Zelda. I really do, but the motherfucker.
I will never call. I will never. You ever notice how when I complain about the 3D Zelda games, I never outright say they're bad games? Because they're not. I just don't personally vibe with them.
Yeah.
Except Skyward Sword. That game is actually dog shit.
damn.
I enjoyed Skyward Sword.
Well, Pete, you can be wrong.
What I feel like every day I spend with Ant or Steve, I have a moment where I go, I enjoyed this, and then I'm the only one, and I go, all right.
And then we're both like, no, it's dog shit.
Like every other day, man. I'm like,
well, good for you. You're wrong.
Lucky for you. Stupid.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I could not get into Skyward Sword. I tried.
It's just like, listen.
Look, man.
I out of all of us. Wow, I'm fucking kill me. I am all of me. All right. Like out of all of us, I would probably say that I'm probably the one that likes Zelda the most, considering I do enjoy playing the games. That being said, Skyward Sword was so hard to get through.
Here's my thing, right? Here's my biggest
times.
biggest fucking thing, right? In order to even play Skyward Sword, you needed an updated or attachment to the Wii remote, and the game still didn't fucking work properly.
Did you need it?
Yes. You could not play the game without the attachment.
Skyward Sword was made
what's
with
funny?
the Motion Plus.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, if you did not have the Motion Plus, the game would not start. You could not play the game without it. And even then, with this brand new attachment, this updated Wii remote, the sword controls still were wonky as fuck and didn't work half the time. Did the Wii Motion
Plus ever actually do anything?
No!
It was good.
As proved by the game that it was designed for. It didn't work!
It was
you mean
good
Wii
for
Sports Resort?
Games. Yeah, it was good for like like any games that required motion that were like a basic ass Wii minigame thing. Anyway, what I was gonna say, I may have said I like Skyward Sword. I didn't say it was good.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, I like Sonic Forces. I didn't say it's good.
I like Sonic and the Secret Rings.
Whoa.
No one says anything.
Whoa.
Whoa, brother.
That's too far, man.
That's too far. Yeah.
It is not, and you know it.
No, it's fine. Yeah. No, we were just talking about Secret Rings the other day when we were like, it's a game where we go, hey, maybe I'll play that again.
And then like you think about it for like 5 more minutes, and you're like, never mind.
Yeah. Like, the beginning of the game is fine. It's just as, like, the further in you go, it just becomes like,
Yeah, literally. Like, also,
man, that
God,
game just needs
another review of
scheme
Sonic and the
overhaul.
Secret Rings.
It just needs
Like-
a whole control scheme overhaul, because that control scheme
Also, that tutorial
doesn't work.
needs to like not be so
exist.
long. It can exist, but just make it one level.
Yeah.
Like, why is it like 20?
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, I had 2 runner-ups that I wanted to kind of mention as for like games that I really liked this year. For one thing, the fucking Game of My People, Pizza Tower was actually really solid.
I still have to play that. Well, another reason why I'm getting.
I think that was like one of the games that people said got robbed for like its indie nomination.
Yeah.
I honestly, because like, what the fuck is Cocoon?
I couldn't tell you.
Exactly.
I have no fucking. I didn't know what any. I didn't know what any of those games were other than fucking Pizza Tower.
Indie debut that it lost.
Yeah.
Even
I didn't know the other games. I only know Pizza Tower, or whatever the hell it is.
But like Pizza Tower is like genuinely like a really fun, fast-paced 2D platformer game. And honestly, I thought like, because like I attempted to P rank some of the levels just to see if I could, and like it's actually just fun to try.
That's my thing about Pizza Tower, and I haven't played it yet, but I've seen a bunch of people play it. I feel like it's that type of game that, like, once I play it for myself, I'll appreciate it a lot more. Because my stance on it now is, like, it looks fun. It looks like a wacky Wario Land type game. I think the level design and aesthetic is fucking disgusting. But, like, I think it is an ugly fucking game to look at. It is.
That's
like,
the point, brother.
No, I'm not. I'm not talking about the art style. I'm not talking about the art style.
Oh.
Like, the art style is wacky and zany, and that's fine. I'm talking about, like, the level designs and aesthetics and the color palette of the levels. They're all, like, gross shades of grays and purples and browns, and I'm like, it's ugly. It's ugly, and I don't like it. But
because
the game looks fun as fuck.
It is a very, very fun game. And I did enjoy playing it all the way through. The boss battles, though legitimately difficult, are really fucking fun, especially the fucking mimic dude that I hate.
Oh, fucking fake Peppino?
Yeah, fake Peppino.
Where the second half
Hell,
becomes a fucking, like, Crash Bandicoot chase.
Yeah, literally. Hell, the fucking
Becomes an Eldritch
even the
Horror.
final boss is really fun, even though
Yeah.
it's really fucking long.
Yeah, I think it's really
But,
cool
like-
how like the second phase is just a mini boss rush where Peppino just goes no,
Yeah,
and
he just
beats the
goes
shit
full
out of
fucking
them.
JoJo.
Yeah,
Literally the whole time I was playing it, like on stream, like I got to that part where you just hit him once and he just starts like fucking
Yeah.
rush punching them,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, oh no. But yeah, Pizza Tower is really solid. The fan base is kind of annoying, but
Ain't that always the
hey
ain't
man,
that always
popular
the case?
indie game. What did you expect?
Ooh.
yeah, literally.
Name
I'm just
one,
surprised
name
there isn't
one popular indie game where the fan base isn't the most disgusting thing in the world.
The
Correct.
binding of
I'm just
Isaac, 'cause
surprised-
The game's already disgusting.
I'm just surprised with the amount of like the biggest fan base that I've seen for like an indie game like at the time. I'm surprised there wasn't more porn.
Anyway.
Give it time.
Anyway.
Well, because like that always
What?
happens with like
It
a
does.
debut indie
What?
game, like FNAF. It happened. Poppy,
Yeah.
I mean,
Pizza Tower, nothing.
Maybe it's
It was-
because
and
Peppino's such a
I'm not
fucking
saying I'm
gross man.
I'm not saying I'm disappointed, but I'm not saying I'm happy either.
I hate this guy. I hate this guy. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Get him off.
That's me. Maybe I should just stay off of every podcast. Eh?
Hey, I'll come to your house.
Just kill me,
Come.
please. Give me sweet relief.
Do we have any?
I'll just call him.
Do we have anything else we want to go in?
Oh,
here?
I don't really
I had one more game.
I have a few.
Oh, I forgot that you said 2.
Yeah, I said that there was 2. The second one is the Dead Space remake was really fucking
Oh yeah!
I
wow,
forgot
that, was
that
this year.
came out, and it's also, by the way, it's all Game
Yeah.
Pass.
good. It is
Game Pass. But no, I forgot.
Dead Space remake is how you do a remake.
I would agree.
Like, I know everybody says that about FF7, but I didn't play that game.
no,
so
no, like both are true. Both are true.
Yes. Yeah.
because Dead Space takes literally the whole story of the original game and remakes it beautifully and even tweaks it a
Yeah.
little bit to make it honestly more
And they
interesting.
added more to it. They've added like side quests and
And
stuff.
yeah, they added fucking side quests and shit, and the Ishimura is like fully
Explorable,
now. That's fucking
So
awesome.
I think the one thing that did only very little, like very tiny upset me a little bit, is that I found out there was another ending to the game, and I'm like, oh dude, it would be really cool if the secret ending is the escape pod hitting the other ship, or the escape pod getting pulled in by the other ship
yeah.
in Dead Space 2 that has the I almost said xenomorph. What are they called again?
the
The
necromorphs.
in it, like the one that the captain like hits out.
Yeah.
I
The one that like Hammond
Yeah.
like ejected.
I wish that was the secret ending. Only very little, but I do like that other ending that you do get if you do things differently. I
Yeah.
thought that was really like crazy and like, oh my god. And I
And honestly, I would love it if they were to do Dead Space 2.
I actually want to see that dev team redo 3 because I think 3 has a cool idea.
That's literally what everyone's
Yeah.
been saying, is that like remake Dead Space 2 exactly the way it is and then make a remake of Dead Space 3, completely fucking
Yeah.
change it.
Because like one of the things that I loved about like the idea is that you are Isaac in the frozen tundra. Because by the way, frozen tundras are scary. The Thing taught us that, and I thought that's what the third game was going to be. The Thing, and it's just modern war battle. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just die.
Yeah.
And then they did the DLC. That's really good. And then they're like, yep. EA hates us. Bye, guys. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Show's over.
Oh, okay, bye, guys.
It's over. What are you still doing here? Get out of here.
Leave.
So I have a few honorable mentions as well.
All right.
Ironically, they are all 2D mascot platformers.
They're 2D mascot platforms.
First of all, hi, my name is Steve.
Hi, Steve.
I love Kirby.
Me too.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe was the perfect
Hi,
fucking
Steve.
remake.
It is a really solid remake.
It took everything great about the original, enhanced it to 11, added 2 new copy abilities, both of which are incredibly fun to use, and an entire fucking Magalore epilogue that is insanely fun.
I literally want an entire Kirby game to play
Same.
like the Magalore
Honestly,
epilogue. It would be awesome.
I want a full Magalore spin-off game. Like,
fuck it, yeah.
all in. I love Kirby's Return to Dreamland was already one of my favorite Kirby games, and this remake just kind of like enhanced that and made it like put it higher on the list. And like I love it.
Also, Return to Dreamland Deluxe gave me the one thing that I've always wanted out of a Kirby game:
mm-hmm.
Canon Galactonite.
Yeah, yeah.
It literally made Galactonite canon, or I guess more specifically Aeon Hero, but still.
Yes. The next one, hi, my name is Steve. I like Sonic.
Hi, Steve.
Yeah. I really enjoyed Sonic Superstars. I had a lot of fun with that game. It's not as good as Mania, but it's still really fun.
I am so mixed on Superstars.
I really enjoy it. At least the main campaign. I like the main campaign a lot. I think it's really fun. I think Trip's story is not great, despite the fact that I love everything about that character. And I have gone back to it and replayed the main campaign multiple times, and I'm like, yep, nope, I'm still having fun. I'm still really enjoying this. I like playing with all the different characters and stuff. I do think the bosses are kind of weak.
Very.
The bosses are kind of weak. Not even
just talking like the final bosses either.
No, not just final bosses. Like the bosses in general are kind of weak, but at least they have some. Give me a second. I'll get to that. But I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. I also don't think the soundtrack is as bad as people are saying. I think it's fine. There are a couple of songs in there that I think are real
it's whatever.
Bangers. But it's just a fun time, and it's a good game where I can just like sit down and be like, yeah, this is classic Sonic, and I'm having fun. Hi, my name's Steve. I like Mario.
Boo! Boo!
Get out of here, Steve.
Wow.
Jump
Mario.
What a fucking hot take. This dude likes Mario.
Mario Wonder is everything I've wanted in a 2D Mario since New Super Mario Brothers. Something new.
I've never had more fun losing 99 lives in a single level.
No, it's so unique. It's creative. It's original. It has a beautiful art style, a beautiful aesthetic, great music. It's so much fun. I love the new power-ups. I love the badges and stuff. But man, I never thought I'd miss the Koopalings.
You never liked
because
the
fuck, man.
It's really funny.
It really sucks how there are only 4 bosses
excited
in this game, and they are Bowser Jr., Bowser Jr., Bowser Jr., and Bowser.
Yeah, everyone.
The bosses in this game are kind of dog shit.
And
aside from Bowser,
the best place for them because they could have done something creative.
They could have done something so cool with the Wonder abilities. They could have made such unique and interesting bosses. But they have 3 Bowser Jr. fights, and granted, the Bowser fight is fun, but like that's it. And I'm like, that kind of feels like a letdown.
I don't
even think they should have had the Koopalings, because if I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief, I'm fucking sick of those goddamn orphans,
trust me,
you know
me
what I'm saying?
too. But at least they had variety.
Yeah,
you know?
My thing is that every boss in Super Mario Brothers Wonder is literally the fucking, like, not even just the same character. It's the same fight every single time.
I feel and I thought Mario 3's Boom Boom fights were repetitive. Like Christ.
Like the thing that gets me is like that game is Mario Wonder is definitely more of a play it for the stages Mario.
Oh, 100%. And that is where it shines. These are some of the most fun fucking levels I've ever played in a Mario game. And even some of the more difficult ones, I never had a moment of like, oh god, finally this is over, like I did with fucking Trip's final boss in Sonic Superstars. Like when I finished that like jump to the beat the special world climb to the beat one, when I finished it, it wasn't like oh god, finally. It was like, yo, let's fucking go. That was great, clean, good run. I felt good about it. And I'm like, because the levels are just so fun to play and they're so replayable and there's so many cool secrets to find in it, and it's just an incredibly fun and charming game, and it's what I've longed for from Mario for fucking years. And I'm happy that they're finally delivering on it. Mario's wacky again. I'm so happy Mario's wacky again.
He's a funny little guy.
Yeah.
He's just a cool little dude.
He's the first guy.
He's just silly. He's the first guy.
He's the first guy.
Except for Sheen.
Yeah, he's a funny
Dude,
little guy. He's a funny little guy.
That fucking sent me. Me and Pete. I think after we were finished watching playing Kingdom Hearts 3 on stream, we just watched like Jimmy Neutron compilations, and it was sending us.
Oh, it's so funny, dude.
Like the fucking one scene where Hugh's giving Jimmy an acting lesson.
Yeah, and he's just like, if you're sad, if you're angry, you gotta hit him with a. If you're happy, you go. and if an anvil falls on your head, you go, oh god, an anvil fell on my head. Oh, it hurts.
That's pretty good.
And then they fucking end the scene with just like, Hugh, where are you going? I have no idea.
I sat on a banana.
And of course, that changed my life.
So now that we've talked about our game awards, and we've talked about...
I have honorable
god
mentions.
damn it.
Hey, shut the fuck up, Phil! We all want to talk about video games we
I
like!
was done with his fucking 2-hour dialogue about 16, but continue.
No, yeah, my honorable mention is the game I already talked about.
Bastard.
No, it's something that I also forgot came out this year until the PlayStation Wrapped. Crisis Core Reunion.
Oh my,
yeah.
that was this year?
Oh yeah,
Really good. remake
That was this
of
year?
Crisis Core. Yeah, it was this year.
I thought it was December of last year.
Just kidding, it wasn't.
Hold on.
forgot.
Now you're making me second guess.
I thought it was December of last year.
Now you're making me second because I played it in January,
brother.
and I was still employed.
Oh,
so.
brother,
I mean,
this
it's a great
guy
game, but
stinks.
like I could have sworn. It was last
Actually,
year.
it came out in 2007.
It did come out December of last year.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. Got him by a month.
Yeah, got me by a month. According to PlayStation, I played it
Let
in
me
January.
find out
I
for
don't
you.
understand
I
why.
mean, hey, great
considering
game,
I
though.
still was employed. I was still, but you know what? It was the end of last year. Fuck it. So yeah,
Alright,
I love that game because we were talking about like really good remakes and
Yeah.
And Crisis Core Reunion
that's
is
a
exactly
great
what
remake.
people want from a remake.
Yeah.
Whenever they announce a remake, you know, when FF7 remake came out, people were like, I want it note for note. And then when it changed in the game itself, everyone was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Crisis Core Reunion is a note for note remake.
Yep.
And it nails it. Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just so good. And I listen. The only problem I have is the DWM.
However,
I hate the DWM system. Go ahead.
I really wish they changed the fucking 777 level up shit because that is asinine.
That's exactly what I was just saying. I hate the DWM
Yep.
system in the sense that I don't like that it's the same problem I have with 358 Days where it's like you know, you can have a cool mechanic, don't tie leveling up to it.
Yeah.
Fucking-
I don't have a problem with the DWM system. I have a problem with it being your source of level up.
Yeah, don't do that. Because I like to grind in games. You know, when grinding is fighting things, not
Yeah.
when grinding is standing in one mission and waiting.
I'm waiting.
But yeah, that was I really like that one. That one is a really good, solid remake. In terms of this year, Forspoken. No, I'm kidding. Dude,
Sonic Dream
the
Team was pretty
PlayStation.
good.
Sonic Dream is really good.
I
The
wish
Sonic
it
Dream Team
wasn't
exists.
locked to Apple because that game is
Yeah.
actually really fucking good.
The PlayStation wrap up told me that I played 4 hours of Forspoken, which amounted to specifically 2 2-hour live streams, and I hated every second of it.
Oh wait, shit.
So-
Was Jedi Survivor this year or last year?
It was this year.
That was
Okay.
this year.
This year.
I still have to play that yet
Jedi Survivor is really
because
good.
I love
I did
Fallen
not.
Order.
I did not complete it,
This year.
but it was really good.
I'm sorry. There's something really funny about like, oh, is this game this year? Yeah, I didn't play it.
No, because I was saying because I love the first one and I've been meaning to get my hands on the second one, but when it came out, I didn't have a PS5 yet, and then I got a PS5, and then I didn't get it because I got a PS5 exclusively for Final Fantasy 16.
Hell yeah, brother.
You know what I forgot to mention? Lies of P.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
Oh, Lies of
Pinocchio
Piss.
Souls?
Lies of
Pinocchio
Piss is very
Souls.
good.
I've heard it's pretty good.
Thing.
I've heard it's pretty good.
I honestly enjoyed that game extremely. Like, I know a lot of you guys don't really like Souls-like games.
I do.
But this one is one of those games. This one is one of those games that just like, even if you don't like Souls-like games, I could recommend it to people.
It's a very good game with a really cool ending and a secret ending.
Like, I do like the mechanic of like being either you're a human or you're a robot. And the more you lie, the more human you are. The more you tell the truth, the more robotic you are.
And it has my favorite gimmick: a guy with a metal arm. Whoa! I love metal arm guys.
Those are pretty based.
They are so cool. God, too many video games.
Too many video games.
A lot of good games.
Anything else we want to talk about? We've all talked about our game of the year. We talked about our runner-ups.
Pokemon Sleep.
Pokemon Sleep's really good.
That's not a
I actually
game.
really like Pokemon Sleep.
That's not a game, really.
Or Fight
Though.
Alarm.
I'll have you know, I put in many out. I
I
actually haven't played it. I haven't played it in like 6 months.
actually yells at you when you can't sleep right.
Peter, it's only been out for 6 months.
Oh no. Oh brother.
Well, wouldn't you believe it? No, I haven't played it in like half the time it's been out. Then
I haven't fallen asleep to it half the time of the year it's been out.
But yeah, I mean it is nice. Oh, FF7 Ever Crisis.
Oh god, damn
that
it.
got robbed for
Yeah.
mobile game. That got robbed for mobile game.
Yeah.
The FF7 Ever Crisis is really good.
I don't think it got robbed.
How dare
I don't
you.
think it got robbed. Because as a person who does play a lot of mobile games, it was either that or Honkai Star Rail.
Stupid
Yeah.
rails.
Every other mobile
And
game.
Honkai won, and I hate that it
I mean,
won,
like it's
because
actually
fuck
not
them.
a bad game. It's actually kind of.
I don't care. Fuck Hoyo.
All right, well, Square.
We're
I don't
we're
care.
blonde.
I don't care.
Blonde. We're blonde
Pete
Hoyo
out here
versus
pulling the
haters here.
classic. I don't care what wins. I just need Hoyoverse to lose.
That was me with Nintendo, though. Let's
Yeah,
be
fair.
real. I didn't want anything Nintendo to win.
I'd rather watch other people fail than watch myself succeed.
Well, because they don't need it. Nintendo doesn't need it, and Hoyoverse doesn't give enough of a fucking reward to their fucking players for it to matter that they
Well,
fucking.
they actually did. They actually.
I
gave their-
mean,
They actually
this one is actually.
Oh, they made it better this
I
year
mean, like,
as
well-
opposed to last time.
They're giving away a limited 5-star for
Yeah.
free. in
Okay,
the next
that's
patch.
Pete,
better
but
than
also
last
Honkai
time.
Star Rails came out this year. You're thinking of Genshin Impact. Yeah.
What? No,
Honkai Star Rails came out this year.
I know I'm thinking of Genshin Impact. It's Hoyoverse
Yeah,
still.
well, yeah, I know. Hoyoverse actually gave out a good reward for Honkai
Yeah,
Star
but,
Rails,
like-
unlike for Genshin
Right, that's what I'm
Impact.
saying. I'm saying that's good for them because I thought that they were gonna give it another shitty one.
Here's 10 gems. Go nuts, guys.
No. This time,
Either way, no, I still think
yeah,
I still think fuck Hoyoverse.
All
Okay.
right. Bro, I
I
don't really care either.
I played Genshin Impact for a little bit, and I'm like, I've seen everything this game has to offer. I don't like the gacha stuff. It's just anime Breath of the Wild, whatever. I don't really have any interest in Honkai from what I've seen. But the new one, the new Hoyoverse game, what is it? Fucking Zenless Zone Zero. That actually looks kind of interesting because it's kind of hack and slashy, and I love that shit. Also, the cutscenes are animated really fucking well. I actually might look into giving that one a shot. That looks pretty cool.
the Squatch and Stretch are just.
Look, man, I see.
it's just
Squash and stretch.
mwah.
Squash and stretch is my weakness when it comes to good animation. I love that kind of shit.
Hello, hi, back by unpopular demand, me. I want to give a few of my honorable mentions of the year too, because again, this was a good ass fucking year for games. First and foremost, Resident Evil 4 remake. I was really skeptical going into Resident Evil 4 remake because I really loved that original game, and I'm happy to say that I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was an awesome remake, and it also felt new at the same time. Those Resident Evil remakes always kind of do that pretty well, except 3 remake, but that's just me. Well, I mean, a lot of people don't like 3 remake, but you know. I also did enjoy Me Mario Wonder. I was very pleasantly surprised with how much I liked that game. So that was fun. What else came out this year? Another big one for me personally is Alien Hominid Invasion by the Behemoth. I think I said it in the last one, but the Behemoth is a game company that's really important to me, and it really influenced my art style. And I've always loved their games. I've loved them all, even if like Pit People was probably my least favorite, but I've loved every game they've released, and Alien Hominid Invasion is no exception because it's really good and it's really addictive and it's really fun, and the story was cute, and I really liked that. And while I haven't finished at the time of this recording, I haven't finished it. Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2 is great. I really like Help Wanted 2. It which is awesome because like Help Wanted 1 was already a really solid game and they made it better. It's really good. And this last one I want to include because I know it's cheating a little bit because it came out in 2019, but I really kind of got into it this year. I really have enjoyed my time with Risk of Rain 2. This is a roguelike game. I've talked about it before, and you probably know about it if you're listening. It's a pretty popular game, but this game is awesome. The music slaps, and it's so addictive despite the fact that you can just get ass blasted into next week. And again, I know it didn't come out this year, but I really got into it this year, and I wanted to add it here too. So thank you for listening to me ramble, and again, I love you all. Goodbye. Mwah.
So, I guess the next question is, what are you guys excited for next year?
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness! He said it so quick.
Yeah, so I'm excited for Rebirth, of course, because
Yeah.
that comes out on my birthday. How can I not? I'm also excited for Kingdom Hearts Missing Link because it's.
Oh yeah, that's
Is that,
next
is
year.
that another
Yeah.
mobile game? Cringe.
Yeah.
Hey, you know
you
what
have
I'm
no
excited for
idea
next
how
year,
crazy.
baby?
You have no idea how crazy it is for me to be hyped for a Kingdom Hearts game. Like,
That's
for what?
wild.
You know what I'm super hyped for that's coming out next year?
What?
The missing Shantae game, Shantae Rescue Revolution.
Oh, I forgot they were doing that, huh?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Actually,
Also, you know what else is coming out next year that I'm excited for? The console port of Freedom Planet 2 that was supposed to come out this year but was delayed like 5 times.
Freedom Planet. Oh, I remember. Oh, I think I remember Freedom
Is it actually going to come out this time?
Honestly, I'm getting a Steam Deck soon. I'm probably just gonna buy it on Steam and play it that way because I'm tired of fucking waiting. I'm tired of wait. I'm
keep
tired of
forgetting
waiting.
to
I've been
freaking
waiting
get
like
Freedom
fucking 5
Planet
years
2.
for this game. I'm tired.
I just know currently the games I'm excited for are going to be Tekken 8 because I like fighting games.
Yeah, Tekken 8's another one that's on my
Tekken
list.
8.
I'm very excited for Tekken 8.
I'm probably going to devote another like 5 months to playing Persona 3 Reloaded because I could not.
Yeah,
be,
Persona 3
Persona 3
Reloaded.
I could not be
Yeah,
more
Tekken 8.
happy and I don't know how to put my emotions into words, so I'm just gonna say I can't be.
Persona
I can't wait.
Persona fans finally get to play their second Persona
That's not
game.
true. I mean, for me, it's not. For me, it's not. But
Well, yeah.
I know it's not. We're talking about the fake
yeah,
fans.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also
No, I'm
Dragon's
excited for
Dogma.
Yeah, the
Tekken 8
fans
as
that
well.
only played Persona 5.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for Tekken 8 as well. I also, me being a Mario boy who likes Mario stuff, I'm excited for both the Princess Peach game, Princess Peach Showtime, as well as the Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake because that is one of my favorite Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah, Super Princess Peach fan plays Princess Peach for the second time for the
Mario,
first time.
Thousand Year Door.
Oh yeah, Thousand Year Door.
Oh yeah, Thousand Year Door remake as well. I'm very excited for that. I really, really hope it comes out on the 20th anniversary of the original game. That would be so
I'd
fucking
be so
cool.
happy.
And I think that's it for me. Although Dragon's Dogma 2. I can't wait for that.
The Apollo Justice trilogy.
Maybe if I say it, it'll will it into existence. Hey, can we finally get Hollow Knight Silk Song?
You're never getting Hollow Knight. I'm sorry.
Silk Song's never.
Silk Song, please,
No.
please.
You're never gonna get it. I'm sorry.
Look, man. At this point, I think getting Silk Song is more likely than getting Metroid Prime 4. That game doesn't exist anymore. That game does not exist. I give up.
Oh, Metroid Prime
They
4.
showed off a logo. They literally showed off the number 4 and the word Metroid Prime fucking, like, one time in 2017, and we have seen nothing of the game since. That game is not coming out.
It's either, like, I really do not think we're going to be seeing it for, like, I don't think it's not coming out.
We've
I
got
think
the
it's coming out.
15-year-long awaited Metroid Dread before Prime 4.
Listen, I don't think...
And they were announced the same day!
Bayonetta 3.
Yeah. I don't think Metroid Prime 4 is completely canceled because I think they would have fucking said something. I think we're not going to see it for like another 5 years.
Yeah. I've given up on that.
I have to check something real quick before I say.
I don't
something
think
bad
we're gonna
about it.
see that anytime
I
soon.
know that they
and if we do, honestly, it'd be really funny if they're like Metroid Prime 4 now in development for the Nintendo Switch, and then it finally comes out and it's on the next system.
We got Kingdom Hearts 3 before Metroid Prime 4 saw anything beyond its announcement.
We sure did.
Oh my god, that's true. We have more. Hold on.
We've seen a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4 with gameplay before we've seen any footage of Prime 4.
Damn.
We don't even know what Samus looks like in this game. We've seen exclusively a logo.
We don't know anything. We don't even know who the fucking villain
that's
is.
not true. We know that Samus
We do.
is a woman.
We do
Well,
know
do
who the
know
villain
that.
is.
We
that's
do
not
know that,
confirmed
yeah.
either in this day and age, Phil.
Wait, what?
You
Oh,
don't know.
Well,
Oh shit! I forgot this game was coming.
I was
out
gonna
next
say
year, too.
we do know who the villain is, but at this point, who fucking knows? They probably could have changed it at this
Oh
point.
yeah, because they said that they're like.
it was supposed to be
redoing it, right?
Psylocke. Yeah, it was supposed to be
Supposed
Psylocke
to be
initially,
Cyclops?
but that Cyclops
From the
X-Men.
X-Men?
Summers?
Optic beam.
Optic blast.
I will say, if we actually do get Silksong before we see anything from Prime 4, I'm never gonna shut up about it.
I'll be sent.
I will
I will
never
be
shut
sent
up
my
about how
shorts.
bitter I am about this shit.
Also, another game I'm really excited for next year that literally only I'm excited for.
What?
Another Code
I
Recollection.
knew you were gonna say that.
Dude,
I don't know
it makes
anything
me
about that
so-
shit, but like,
It is
it's
such a good fucking game. It was locked to the DS. Not only that, but we're getting the sequel that only came out in fucking Europe.
Europe.
And it just makes me hopeful for the future. It just makes me hopeful that maybe we'll see Kyle Hyde one more time. Maybe we'll get not like another Hotel Dusk game, but at least a Hotel Dusk and Last Window remake. It's all I
Do you
want.
think-
I just want to see my boy
Do you
Kyle
think the
again.
next couple of directs in like the next like year or like the next 2 years are gonna be like porting some 3DS games to like the Switch? Since the
I really
since the
hope so,
eShop
man.
is closed.
I wouldn't doubt
I've
it.
wanted I've wanted a Switch port of Kid Icarus Uprising since the Switch fucking came out.
I think I'd actually fucking play it.
Yeah. Because goddamn, man, that game needs dual stick support.
I also
really
I
does.
cannot wait. I cannot wait for every time a Nintendo Direct comes out for me to be scared for
Why?
my life from now until the end of time.
Why?
Why? Because
Kirby?
I'm going to forever fear a new Kirby game.
Oh,
And it's just inevitable.
yeah, it's Kerbo.
And like I'll be excited that we're getting another Kirby game, but then I'm gonna be like, fuck, I gotta fucking review another
it's
Kirby
the
game.
It's the Hank
That's
meme.
right,
It's the
everybody.
Hank
It's
meme
time for.
from
We've
Breaking
really
Bad.
thought about what to make. We've really thought about what to make the next Kirby game like, and we found that based on the player base, we think this one will make you happy. It's a Kirby Tycoon game, and Bottles goes, "No!"
Fuck me.
Oh, I'm stupid. There's also I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm really excited for new Monster Hunter whenever that comes out. Probably 2025.
Oh, the one that
Oh,
was just
Monster Hunter
announced at
Wilds,
the end of
yeah.
Game Awards.
Probably
yeah.
2025.
Monster Hunter
Can't wait.
Wilds.
I love Monster Hunter.
I would assume 2025.
That's
So that's not for
2025.
another 2 years.
Especially because the Rise DLC just came out.
Oh, whenever it does get a confirmed,
It is
I don't know if it got a
2025.
confirmed release date. I think it just got like the general year.
Mhm.
No, not talking about Monster Hunter Wilds.
Oh, the
Dragon Ball
It
Sparking
got
Zero.
Yes.
it's just
Yes.
Yeah, I
It's just
know
that-
why.
That's I'm not.
why not.
Actually, I'm not excited for it. I mean, for those of you who don't know, basically what came out recently was that
Okay.
it's gonna have multiplayer, but the multiplayer is only going to be online, and that's it.
Yeah, a bit of an L move from Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
So, like, basically, the main thing that people are going to be happy about, because let's be honest, even though we're getting Sparking Zero, which is going to basically play kind of similar to, like, the Xenoverse games, or like, because it's Arena Fighter. It's not going to be good because a lot of people want to play that, with their friends.
Well, especially
At home. Not hope that they get the game, and then hopefully we get.
Gee, it's almost like that's the appeal of fighting games.
I mean, it's because like a lot of people want. A lot of people started going ahead and saying like, "Oh, you need to have rollback," which yes, you do, but also make it so that way you have some sort of freaking co-op, like couch gameplay. Like, just taking away the two-player couch gameplay is the worst idea.
I really hope they double back on this. I don't think they will, but, like, I hope they do.
I don't know.
it is kind of weird, especially since like Sparking Zero is confirmed like Tenkaichi 4, right?
Yes.
So like if it's gonna play like
Yes. Because
half of the
Sparking
appeal
Zero
of
is the
Tenkaichi
original
4
Japanese
was just
name.
playing as literally any, or Tenkaichi 3 rather, is playing as like any fucking Dragon Ball character from any corner of the canon and then just beating the ever-loving crap out of your friends. Just being that asshole that chose Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
Now, I'm gonna be honest. From my personal perspective, I don't care about the multiplayer side. I was that kid that only ever played those games by myself until only recently, in like the last couple of years, did I finally play a match with Bottles and Tenkaichi 3 one day for like a video or a stream. I played it. So like my thing is when we saw the trailer at the Game Awards, I was yelling. I was like, "Yeah, you better make me play through that story again, cause I'll do it. I'll play through the whole story again,
dude." I cannot wait to play through Dragon Ball Z for like the 8th time.
But like, listen, that's my thing. I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of the single player. Don't really, I honestly, especially for Arena Fighter, don't really care for the multiplayer.
The only thing that I hope for that they do with the story mode that Tenkaichi 1 did, and then they never did it again, is bring back the what if scenarios.
Yes!
Because that's what makes the story mode worth fucking playing.
Not only what if, but like bring back the what if from like your Raging Blast. Like bring back the what if that like gave us Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta.
Hell, I don't even care at this point. Just go fucking nuts. Bring in characters like Cellin, bring in fucking like Gokul, and if you really want to go crazy with making like literally, I know there's a game called this, but the ultimate Tenkaichi game, put in shit from Heroes. Fuck it, you know?
Put in
fucking shit from Dragon Ball Online even. That's like the dream scenario.
Put in Put in the guy. Put in Jocko. Put in
Jocko.
Put in Jocko. He plays Jocko.
And the number one rule that they have to continue to follow is that Hercule has to be a troll character.
He can't hit. Like, that was my favorite thing with playing Hercule, is that he fucking punches and nothing happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dynamite kick!
It's very
He
funny.
has to be the Joe character. I am still so mad that Hercule was never added to Dragon Ball FighterZ. I think it's so badly wanted him to be the fucking Dan Hibiki of that game.
I think it's because their clause is what it was. They won't put in characters that can't fly naturally.
Give him a jetpack.
Hold on, that's bullshit because Master Roshi can't fly naturally.
Yeah, Dragon Ball from Kid Goku. Kid Goku.
Yeah, I know. That's the point. The point is that they said one thing and then they put like Master Roshi in.
Oh, Fighters, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, that game finally got
Kid
fucking rolled
Goku,
back.
I thought it was only beta.
Yeah, finally.
About time.
Yeah.
I thought it was only beta.
Now they're gonna focus on sparking, so who really cares?
Listen, I hope Fighters like 3 years from now gets a new DLC.
So we actually got it.
Yeah, I
like
know.
Xenoverse 2 still gets fucking support.
Can we talk about the fact that
It's probably
can we talk about the fact that I love seeing all the memes that Xenoverse 2 was stalling so they could work on Sparking Zero in the background.
I still cannot believe that even after Super Hero came out, they still updated the game. It's so fucking wild.
Funny.
It's so fucking funny to me, dude. I almost fully believe it.
Because it's not a very good game. I'm sorry.
That is an ongoing game.
Why didn't that win Best Ongoing Game?
Yeah,
that's all right. It's mid. It's all right.
Exactly.
It's what you pay for.
It definitely was my first PS4 game.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And guess what?
Like it is. It literally is what it is. Like it's an evolution off.
I would say more so it's just a natural evolution from Dragon Ball Online. That's all it really is. It's just Dragon Ball Online, but like not gone.
Well, no, that's what it is. It's the surviving Dragon Ball Online. That's all it is.
I want to play as Miss Boo in Sparking Zero. If Miss Boo is not in that game, I'm gonna fucking riot.
I want to play as Miss Boo. Yeah. Let me play as both Fat Janabot and normal.
Hell yeah, dude. I want Super Saiyan, Frieza arc in particular, first form, second evolution.
and since
I want to play as full Super Saiyan from the Lord Slug movie.
Since Dragon Ball Z Kakarot broke the gates open on it, finally, oh my god, I want it. Let me play with History of Trunks outfit, Teen Trunks. Let me play in the sweatpants and
Yeah.
the long sleeve shirt.
me
I love that outfit. I couldn't tell you why. Probably nostalgia.
You really want to go fucking balls to the wall with character picks? Give me Garlic Jr.
Yo.
Oh, Garlic Jr., let's go.
and
Every single henchman.
and
Give me
the
all his
Spice
men.
Boys.
Give me the
And
Spice
not only
Boys.
that, but also all of the possessed versions of Bulma and Chi-Chi.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah,
Chi-Chi would actually
Just
be a
give me
good pick.
Chi-Chi.
Actually, though.
Just let me play. And not Kid Chi-Chi. Give me adult
Chi-Chi would
Chi-Chi.
actually be a...
Give me Doctor
What, huh?
Farmer with a
Bulma
gun.
with a gun.
Farmer with a gun.
Give me Dr. Wheelo.
Doctor
Farmer with a
Wheelo.
gun.
Doctor...
They have him.
Dr.
They have him in Breakers.
Slump.
Doctor Slump.
What you call me? What did you call me?
You know,
Whatever.
I can't wait for Dr. Giro to make his appearance again.
I think.
All right,
No,
that's
all I got.
Is that
no,
all we got
hold on.
tonight?
Hold on.
God
oh no,
damn it.
he's got some.
No, I'm
he's
kidding,
got
I'm
something
kidding.
else.
I'm kidding.
We do have a
Okay.
game that's coming out from the people of Persona that we forgot.
Oh yeah.
I already said it.
Not
yeah.
Persona 3.
I'm kidding.
Freaking
SMT5.
a metaphor?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
The new one. The new IP.
Oh,
this is why
the new Atlas
this is why
game.
he's the
That looks
smart
really
one.
good. Have you guys seen the clip? Have you guys seen the
Yeah.
clip of,
Yeah.
of the menu?
That's
UI?
so
Like
cool.
the transition for the menu.
He's kind of wild.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Why is Atlas so good at
They
it?
understand stylization.
That's what Atlas does.
Oh, fuck.
true.
We're also getting a new fucking Trials game. Trials. What am I saying? Mana. We're
Yeah, we're
getting a new fucking Mana game.
Trials.
Yes,
Trials Fusion.
You know what? I literally.
The Saga game
I
too.
literally, in my mind, just thought Trials
Visions
of
of
Mana,
Mana,
and picked the
dude.
wrong part of the title. We're getting a new Mana game, which is cool.
I think the best part about that.
Mm-hmm.
Was the when watching the Game Awards on stream was me and Steve's like slow
Yeah.
build up of
Yeah.
realization at the same rate.
Oh.
Like we had the same level of
Like,
like.
wait a second, this is a
that
fucking
enemy,
Mana game.
Oh.
Hey, wait a
Dude, I'm so excited for the new Mana game.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks really good.
I fucking
It looks so good. We've been getting and
Yeah.
listen, the remaster and remakes have been really nice.
Yeah, it
but
looks really
I
good.
want
see,
new
like that's the
Atlas.
reason why. Even though I sometimes I express my disinterest in being like, oh, remake after remake after remake. That's why I like them, is because it's 100% companies putting out feelers to see if there's still
Yeah.
interest in a franchise.
Dude, we wouldn't have gotten Crash 4 if not for the Insane Trilogy.
Right.
Exactly,
You know?
and now Crash is still going. Like we got
Yeah.
Crash Team Rumble
They
too.
also
Yeah,
did this,
which
they also did the
added a
same
bunch
thing
of
with
Spyro
Mega Man
content, and
too.
people are eating that up, and it's like, hey, Spyro 4 maybe?
Yeah,
Which
Spyro
I
4,
think
please.
actually might be happening because that's a new Allura model. It's not her Reignited Trilogy model. It is a brand new model.
Oh, good. I get to eat up Allura.
What?
That is a deer. She's a fawn, you dork.
Yeah,
Yeah, she got a new model.
said first,
There's
you
also like
fricked
a
me.
couple of other like new, like the eggs and egg thieves got new models too.
Eggman.
And I'm like, this is, I think it's happening, man. It's
I
it's
really
gotta be
fucking
happening.
hope so.
You know what else we forgot is coming out next year?
Oh god.
The Prince of Persia game.
That is true.
Oh, the Metrovania one. That one looks so fucking good.
I would just rather Prince of
I-
Persia, but that's just me. You know, like the old one, the good one.
Yeah. Look, man, I'm a
but
slut
they-
for Metroidvanias, so I'm here for it.
Yeah, I know. And live. That's me right now.
Can I know it's a lot asking because of how long Survive took to come out, but like maybe a new Digimon game.
You know,
I
if
would
you're not
like-
too busy.
Speaking of Survive, boy, I hope Jurassic Park Survive hits the mark. That looks cool.
Dude, it looks so cool.
I know.
I can't believe it took them this long. I can't believe it took because we were like watching the trailer
It's like,
for that, and
please
I
be a
immediately was like,
survival
oh
horror
my God.
game.
Is it
I was like
Jurassic
so
Park
convinced it was just going to be like
Dino
Jurassic
Crisis.
Park Evolution 3.
I thought so too. I'm glad I was wrong.
Which for bottles is a negative for me. I'm like, hey, that
Hey,
game was
it's
pretty
pretty
cool.
good.
Because I'm a
Yeah,
sucker
Zoo
for a
Tycoon.
I think that's it, guys.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Cool.
I think
Why don't you eat your own ass?
good for you, Phil.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So, all the links, as said last time and every time before that, all of our links are in the description below. You can check all of these lovely people out. We'll go down the line, of course, though, and give you a rundown. I'm Pete. You can find me on YouTube as Days for Days. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as well by the same name. I post art from time to time on my Twitter and Instagram, as well as I plan to do some more videos very soon on YouTube. So you can subscribe and follow me on those. You can also keep an eye out on those because I might be doing. Hopefully, I'm doing commissions by the time this podcast. Well, this podcast comes out probably by the end of December, so probably not. But
happy holidays, everyone.
Knowing my track record, but yeah. So going down the line, Bubbles.
Hobie.
Yeah, what do you got going on?
Hi, you're on my channel already. So thanks for watching.
You're watching Game Controller Network.
Hi, I post videos, or at least I try to post videos every Monday and Friday. I've been failing lately, but like I'm trying. There's a lot of Kirby this month, so I hope you've been enjoying that shit. And then hopefully you enjoy the new stuff that's coming next year that we filmed some of and I've been preparing for, and yada yada, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa, Happy
it's
whatever
joyous
fucking
Kwanzaa,
holiday you... What?
It's joyous Kwanzaa.
Joyous Kwanzaa?
Yeah.
Okay. Shows you how cultured I am. Anyway, Steve, why don't you enlighten us with your culture?
I'm Italian.
That's it. That's it.
Me too. Oh my god.
I'm Italian.
Yeah, Steve's just like, I'm Italian. Next person.
Hi, I'm Steve. I do stuff. I have a YouTube channel called Shay64. I do video game metal covers. I do video game discussions. I do whatever I feel like. It's a Shay64 variety channel because I think the idea of having multiple channels to do all your content is too time consuming for me. So I put it all on the one. I also have a Twitter, Shay64. You can follow me there, where I post random stuff, like just thoughts of the day, opinions on games and stuff. And recently, I've been doodling some stuff. I posted, I don't know if you've seen that meme going around of like draw your comfort characters, doing the fucking Steven meme of like, I think we have to kill this guy. Oh damn! It's like to that. I did that meme. I drew that one with Shantae and Metal Sonic.
Is it Metal Sonic saying we need to kill these guys? To Shantae?
No, it's Shantae saying we need to kill these guys, and it's Metal Sonic going like, affirmative, got it. I'll do
right,
it. Yeah. So yeah, I did that, and I just post stuff on there randomly. You can follow me there if you want for updates. I also have a fucking Blue Sky as well that I forget
is that, like,
that
the
I have.
alternative to Twitter when it fails. Okay.
Yeah. I kind of forget I have that, but if you want to follow me there, you can. I have it. I also have an Instagram if you want to follow me there. I rarely ever post on that. But when I do, it's usually like, hey, I bought a game. Here's a photo of it. But hey, if you want to follow me there, go ahead. I have all sorts of social media stuff. And yeah, hopefully I'll have a video coming out. If not by the end of this year, then early next year. I might do my top 10 games of 2023 like I did last year. But I'm kind of waiting on that because I do want to play Hi-Fi Rush first to see if that makes the list. So yeah, that's that.
Hey guys, it's me, your friendly neighborhood film man, and I don't really have much. I plan on doing some stuff next year. Well, in the next like 2 weeks, right? Because it's gonna be like 2024 in like a couple of weeks. I do have a Twitch. It's just Phil69. Twitter name is the same. You can follow me there for any updates of what I'm doing. And just again planning some stuff for the future, and hopefully I can stick to it this time and not just get overcome by drought and just being stinky. And you'll find me on the GCN like always. And that's it for me.
This is my turn. I'm Brandon, also known as Capri. You can find me on Twitter. I'm not calling it the other name. Fuck that.
When do we ever?
Just under the at Capri. You will see me on this channel more often as things get a little bit less hectic since it's the holidays right now. But other than that, make sure to follow these lovely people, and we hope to see you again here.
Yeah.
Bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Everybody have a happy holiday and a happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I'm happy to hear.